I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that.
That's what happens when you work with perfect people.
Perfect people. You know what he did the other day?
Do I want to know?
No, you know.
Hey, you know what
Because
happened?
it fucked up everything.
I remember the marital dispute.
Man, no, not that.
No, last Sunday.
Last Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Is that
time Alex dropped his keys down the elevator?
Yeah, down the elevator.
It is
On
so
a
fucking hard for you to
Sunday.
admit you fucked up, isn't it?
Look, if
It's
she
the
had brought...
hardest thing for you to fucking
ladies
do,
and gentlemen,
isn't it?
hear me out here, okay? So our elevator is stupid. The door is not attached to the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
The door is like fixed in the wall, so there's a little gap as the elevator platform, whatever,
Yes.
goes up
Like
and
a
down.
normal fucking elevator.
No, normal elevators have the door as part of the elevator.
Yes.
So it's a bit dumb to begin with. So I was going to get my keys ready to open the door, and I dropped them. And of course, as chance would have it, you just watch them, almost in slow motion, just dum.
Yeah. It dropped.
So basically, it fell to the bottom of the elevator shaft. This was on a Sunday as well.
It was super hot because we were coming out of a heat wave,
Yeah,
and we'd
yeah,
just
yeah.
been shopping.
Well, I'm
as well.
telling the story here.
Yeah, I'm adding fucking context to the story.
I'm just a judge in this entire thing.
She looks at me and she just goes, "Really, really?" And I was like, "Ah, fuck's sake," because I did it like 2 years ago when we first moved in here.
So this is the second time this happened.
Yeah, but it's an innocuous thing. It's a stupid flaw to have in the elevator, but whatever, right? And then she's like, "I didn't bring my keys. I don't have any keys." So we were locked out. And I said to her, and I've told her this so many times before, always bring keys because you never know what might happen.
Yes.
And at least, if she had brought the keys, right? Because it was on a Sunday, so they charge you that extra bullshit fee, because apparently, people don't work on Sundays or something. So it costs like triple the price. And I was like, at least if you brought keys, we could have gone inside and chilled, and then tomorrow we could have called the guy, and we would have saved €100.
Yeah. Okay.
But no.
And what does the plaintiff have to say in all this?
We were going to the same place,
Mm-hmm.
and we were coming back together. Why does it fucking matter? I didn't bring my keys.
Look, I'm just saying you never know what might happen.
Well,
You could
I'm
get
fucking
separated, it'd be good
sorry
for you to
that I
have keys.
married a dumbass like you that fucking somehow managed to twice drop the fucking keys down the elevator shaft. Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be?
All right. Quiet in my court. Quiet.
Silence.
Gotta make a silence in my court. Thank you for correcting me there. Yeah, this is the second time this has happened while you were living there. Yet I seem to recall, Mr. Cherry, that you called your wife very fumbly over the course of the podcast. Now I'm wondering.
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks.
She's had a couple of accidents, and you called her out on that. It seems very odd to me that you would drop that key by accident, since you're such a Mr. fucking perfect. So the court is in favor of the plaintiff, and I'm sorry, that's my ruling.
That's bullshit, man. All I'm saying is she likes my
Leave the
slippery
court,
fingers,
but
all right?
it's
Like
done.
Jesus Christ.
It's done. It's done.
The
You shouldn't have
pre-lubed
dropped the
fingers,
keys.
Andy.
If you didn't have dropped them in the first place, no problem would have arisen. She wouldn't have needed her keys, and you would have just admitted it, dude. Like, this is all I'm saying.
No.
Yeah, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
The court cannot make you admit anything.
Oh, and by the way, this is just my whole bisexual side having to choose Allie over you, because penis.
Yeah, she has a dick. That's right.
No, because of fucking logic at the end of the day. Like,
Alex,
how
to-
do you manage to twice drop your fucking keys down the
Look,
elevator?
it was my
Nice,
fault for dropping her,
Alex.
but you... Do you know what the guy did? I regret ever calling him. I don't know why we didn't think... Do you know what he did? He just comes, calls the elevator to the bottom floor,
Yeah.
puts his hand over the sensor that, checks for the door to be closed,
Yeah.
sends it up a floor, and then wedges something under the door downstairs to keep it open. So when he takes his hand away, the elevator won't go down because the door is open.
Yeah.
And he just goes under and picks it up. I'm like, why the fuck didn't I think to do that?
Because you're not an elevator mechanic guy.
Yeah, but now that I know that, if I ever drop him again, I ain't paying that fucking guy. He was there for 1 minute. I could do it myself. See,
Yeah,
this
1
was an
minute
investment in
that
my...
cost us
You know what? We can
a fuck
undercut
ton.
him. We're in the building. I'll charge 500 krona every
Oh,
Sunday, so if
shit.
anyone else drops shit down there, I'll just come and do
I
it
don't
for
think
them.
anyone else fucking managed to do that because it's only you that somehow fucking manages to do that.
Fair
I
point.
guarantee someone else has done that. Our building has some weird people in it.
I don't know, Alex. It seems like only something you would do. I mean, I'm not.
It's an
picking
Alex thing.
sides
All right,
here. It's
fine,
an
fine.
Alex thing.
All right, so what are we doing here?
Yes. Welcome to the At Random podcast, people. I'm apparently becoming single soon because I don't know how much more I can take of this fucking stupidity.
Can
It's
I
just our
just
first episode of Judge Andy.
Can I just interject with something? I lived in an apartment for 6 to 7 years. Dropped my keys definitely 2 times down the elevator shaft the exact same way. So-
Yeah, it fucking happens.
I seriously.
You're fucking
not
stupid.
kidding,
How is
not
Vicky
kidding.
married to
There
you?
was like a tiny fucking crack in between.
Yeah, they
that. I
just big
dropped
enough
them.
for keys.
It's
It's a conspiracy.
You can fucking throw them behind you, and your keys will find a way down that crack because they're not supposed to go there at all.
No, it's a scam.
It's a scam. That's what
this
it is.
guy
It's a
he charged-
money-making scam from
Yeah.
elevator companies.
It is, man. It's ongoing revenue. They pay for the installation, and then they know annually
They
someone
put
at some point is
magnets
dropping shit
down
down
there, and they make the freaking frogs gay.
Yeah, we asked him when he came, was it a busy day? And he was like, yeah, like super busy.
Yeah, of course. All the elevator shafts had to clean out of keys and shit like that.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
He probably auctions off keys. He probably breaks into
Right,
people's
well,
like lockers and steals shit.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ali.
You two are fucking dickheads. Jesus. So
You know what?
how you
At least-
ever managed to do that, I don't know.
Says the person that sober fell on train tracks. I mean, I would rather drop my keys down an elevator than do that.
It was an accident. It happened.
This is like an episode.
I
What was that
tripped-
British guy who got banned from TV? Who
Oh,
did
dude,
like
there's
marital
so-
breakups and shit?
Dude, there's so much that happened this week with Twitch and with Shane and with fucking everything online. Can we just like get into it because I'm popping about all this.
Yeah.
This
Well,
was such
Also,
a busy fucking
but
week.
still, let me fucking get somewhere introducing it. So this is At Random Podcast. I'm your host, Ali. I'm joined by Andy and Alex. And yeah, it's been a rough week when it comes to the online world, YouTube, Twitter, everything.
Yeah.
So basically what I wanted to do, because rather than just focus on the shitstorm that is the Shane Dawson problem at the moment, I want to do more like cancel culture in general, like our thoughts and fucking beliefs, because it's like it's hitting new fucking levels, this shit.
Yeah.
And it's something that affects everyone, especially like someone like us. Like we're trying to come up in, well, somewhere doing stuff. Like we're doing
Yeah.
something we love, and we want to hopefully someday be able to reach more people.
Yeah.
But then with it automatically comes the fear of fucking cancel culture, because
Yeah.
it's so fucking real. Like we're seeing it right now. Like we saw it last year. That's when it really started like properly escalating, in my opinion, when the whole thing with James Charles happened.
Yeah.
Like that was, ugh. But now it's like, fuck. Like, yeah. So I don't know. So let's have an open conversation about.
There's so
cancel
much
culture.
more that came out this week. Did you hear about the Twitch thing?
Which thing about the Twitch?
So Twitch, you all know Twitch, right? The streaming site where
Yeah,
gamers yeah, all right. So apparently back in like last year or the year before, I don't know, like the last couple of years, there was this BlizzCon convention with a shit ton of Twitch streamers. And what happened is that they got hotel rooms. And when you give young sexually active kids hotel rooms,
it was an orgy.
they're gonna fuck. And so all these American girls Twitch streamers came out saying, "Oh, he raped me, and he raped me, and he touched me, and blah 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 blah."
Oh, I missed this story.
It's like a Me Too #2 fucking movement, but in the gaming community. It's in fucking incredible, and I think it's so fucking horrible. there's this one guy, Mr. What's his name again? He has like a mustache and a red jacket on all the time. Alex, help me out here.
Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect. Yeah. Exactly. That was the one. So he started his Twitch stream and he looks at his phone. So I saw the footage and he looks at his phone. He gives it a weird look. In the middle of his stream, like a couple of minutes in, he starts fumbling and mumbling and shit like that. All of a sudden, he starts saying, "Oh, we're gonna get through this, guys. We're gonna get through this," and then cut off his Twitch stream completely. He was permabanned, immediately permabanned. So, and this was because apparently he had sex with a girl that gave consent, but maybe drew it back or something, or like he had sex with her, but he was in a relationship. I don't know what the fuck happened.
You can't take consent back. Like, once you consent to it, it's
America,
like you agree.
Can. In America,
no, you can.
You can't.
Yeah.
No, okay, in the middle of the act, you can take it back. You can't go afterwards because you're ashamed and then take it back.
Yeah. That's a different thing in my opinion.
can't
But
go,
I'm talking like in the middle of the act. Like, if it doesn't feel right,
but
you can say,
that,
no,
to me,
stop.
that's still part of, like, the act. Once it's finished, you can't then be like, oh...
No, I think it's not like I think she had sex with him, but wasn't sure at the moment. She sort of gave consent, but then afterwards said like, "Oh, I didn't actually want to do that." I think it was that sort of a deal. But America has a fucking problem when it comes to that. It's fucking credible, and it pisses me off because I know for a fact that a lot of women out there just fucking lay it open and then they regret it after. And if you regret it after, just keep your mouth shut. Like, it's as simple as that. You don't have to call somebody a rapist if you said yes in the moment itself.
Yeah, and let's clarify. You're saying after you've given consent and you just feel like a bit like, oh, that dude was ugly or something. Don't then say here. Obviously, if you did get raped, you should say something.
Oh yeah, of course. Just
because you regret doing it, you shouldn't turn around and ruin someone else's life.
I'm not condoning rape in any form or way. Like, people should know their limits and shouldn't understand that no is no and yes is yes. I'm saying after you had sex and you have second doubts about the whole thing, then don't come out and call him out on it. He did what you allowed him to do at that moment in time. You can't just come back and after he put his dick in you and say, "Oh, actually, I didn't want it." Like, that's fucking bullshit. That's bull fucking shit. It's okay that you didn't want it and you can tell that person that. But you don't go out to the world and said he harassed me, because he didn't. He did what you allowed him to do in that moment. It's like this in America. In America, rape culture has gotten like this weird fucking. Look, if you're having second doubts or like not completely 100% sure if you want to hop on somebody's dick, then just say no. Period. Shouldn't be difficult. If you said yes, that means you were 100% behind it. I mean, and so like the entire Twitch community, like there were tons of women that came out saying like, "Oh, this guy did that, and this guy did that, and this guy did that." I don't know the whole story. Like, there's been some fucking permabans out there. And now next to that, you have the whole Pornhub conundrum. Did you hear about that?
Honestly, couldn't care less.
I was the one that sent that to you yesterday.
Yeah.
What's this about?
I was fucking gobsmacked.
Are they taking down Pornhub now?
No, they want to hold Pornhub accountable for not restraining, like making sure that, because there's so many people that like this child kidnapping and raping going on and people upload those videos and there's no, like on the platform, there's no restriction when you actually upload to verify that like it's like what is being recorded from two consenting parties.
It's okay, with consent as well.
My counterpoint to that is, how would you do that? They have so much content being uploaded every day. It's
but that's the thing. There must be restrictions to be able to do that. It, like, we're talking about a platform that, what was it? Like, how many billions? Like, I think it was 170 million, like, people go into the website a day. And when you have that fucking money, shouldn't you be able to have a fucking team that somehow could figure out a way to like put some restrictions when you upload shit to be able to like.
Well, I think the problem is that it can't be done manually, because every second of every movie would have to be watched. Because, for example, you could upload a 20-minute movie and insert 1 2-second frame of bestiality. Now, bestiality, we all know it's illegal, right? And like
in most places anyway,
yeah. So like if that were to be snuck in a film and it's not in the thumbnail, it's not in anything like that you can see, so you click it and all of a sudden you have bestiality in front of you. How are you supposed to check for that except for watching every second of every flick? And I think that's where the difficulty lies, is that they work with programs that sort of weed out the bad from the good, and they can't manually watch unless you have a team of a couple, like I'd say like a couple of hundred people. Which
so you don't think that like Pornhub could afford to hire a couple of hundred people
just to watch clips all day?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's a counter argument to that should humans be exposed to that?
Well, the counter argument to that is there's minors going on Pornhub. Like, let's not bullshit about that. There's definitely 16-year-olds that fucking find their way on Pornhub.
When did you start hitting up internet porn? Probably in our days, it's probably
back in the
dial-up.
1700 fucking 90s. Nah, but like, there's kids exposed to this sort of behavior as well. I have a very big problem with the way kids perceive sex now. It's like with the whole thing on TikTok with a 365 days movie. It's basically a movie about a drug lord that says to this girl, he falls in love with her, or he thinks he likes her, and he's a very dominant character. And it's like a baby girl sort of fucking movie of fucking, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, baby girl. That sort of shit. So he kidnaps her, and he keeps her for 365 days, and he tells her, like, I kidnapped you, and now you're gonna be, like, by the end of the 365 days, you're gonna be in love with me. And for, like, apparently, this is a big thing because he chokes her out a little bit and he's a little bit rough with her. He does some BDSM shit with her, and it's a big fucking thing in America because it's sexy and shit like that. But the problem is, if you take a certain age of people and you sexualize kidnapping and romanticize kidnapping and shit like that, because that's what they did in that movie. It influences the way they think sex should be, which it's not. It's the
same thing with porn in general.
Yeah,
like, we've talked about this before. I'm pretty sure. Like, you touched on it, like how, like, guys, especially because, like, in my opinion, I don't know, like, in my experience as a girl, like, I wasn't really exposed to pornography that early on. Like, I don't recall fucking ever, like, having the curiosity to do it. Like, of course you would like see it occasionally, but as a guy, you somehow, like, cause you talk about it, you get more sexually curious at an earlier age.
I remember sitting there with my Motorola Razr phone that everyone had at the time when I was in high school, just sending like you remember we had the Bluetooth like videos and stuff. And so someone in the school would get it, some guy like, dude, I got a great video. Do you want it? They'd show it to you on their crappy little like shitty screen, and then like, fuck yeah, man, Bluetooth that over, and then it would spread.
It wasn't even a video, it was a GIF, usually.
Pretty much.
It's like,
that's what I mean.
One GIF flapping in the screen, and that was it.
Pretty much. Yeah,
but that's what I mean, is like, guys usually get exposed to pornography at an earlier age, and they somehow believe that what porn stars do is what an average girl would do. Yeah. Which is not reality.
I don't have a problem as much with that sort of behavior than with kidnapping and BDSM shit. You remember the 50 Shades of Grey rage that was going on?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
everybody
like
was
this
all of
book.
a sudden into BDSM. When you really read that book, and I read all 3 of them because my wife was into them. She bought like 15 fucking copies of that shit, that dog fucking shit. When you really look at it, it's this fucking obsessed guy going back to this girl that is not sure if she really wants to do it, but she sort of wants to do it because she's curious. Yeah, she ends up liking it. But that's 1 out of what? 15 fucking
Yeah,
people?
but I don't know. I think in a sense, like, I watched the first movie and I wanted to vomit in my mouth, basically. I thought it was so bad. I didn't read the books. I don't know. But I think in a sense, like, those movies still did a good thing to expose, like, the general people to what BDSM is and making people more curious. Because it's still, like, usually BDSM and everything that has to do with the subculture when it comes to sexuality and stuff like that, that is so frowned upon, and people look down on people that do that and look at them as weirdos so much. But I think that's still, like, it brought it into mainstream media and popularized it and make, oh, this is curious. I'm into BDSM. I like getting spanked. I like fucking getting choked a little bit, and making it more normal. Because I don't know, like, I wouldn't say I'm part of the community because I'm not really, but I am interested in BDSM. And you get always looked upon like you're fucking crazy when you say that.
Well, because it's mostly because of what porn presents BDSM to be. You know, you don't have to be in a leather mask to enjoy BDSM. You can do it like in your pink fucking underwear, whatever, you know, whatever you want. And if you want to choke...
But my problem with porn, like, if we're going to come back to the fucking porn thing, like, we're a bit all over the place at the moment, but with the porn thing, it's like guys think that it's normal for a girl to take fucking 3 dicks up the fucking vagina. Like, who the fuck does that, like, in a regular basis? Like,
true, but my main problem is not with males in this instant. I'm going to tell you why. Men are more held back than women when it comes to sex. They will ask for it a lot more, but when push comes to shove, you know, I know a lot of guys that have troubles with, you know, they tell you the stories of being a stud muffin. Reality usually is that they're fucking shy about their business because not everybody's gifted with a fucking horsecock. I mean...
And the pressure is on you as a guy that you're the one that has to perform. If it's bad sex, it's always your fault. And you're like, well, is it really? Shouldn't it be like 2 ways?
Exactly. Well, and not that alone. I think my biggest problem with this entire subject is that they romanticize a bad relationship. The signals of a bad relationship is that somebody puts you in a position where you don't want to be in, and he pushes you there because he wants you there, and that's wrong. It shouldn't be anybody but who you choose to be. Should you choose to explore new fucking aspects of a relationship, then, you know, that's on you. That's your point to go to your boyfriend and say, like, hey, could you slap my ass next time? I think I would enjoy that, and then he will do it. But my big problem with that whole subject is that they take the audience that is so emotionally unstable and fucked up, because women are emotionally more, like, prone to be...
What's your words?
Yeah, I know. I don't want to generalize or anything like that, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're talking
all
about...
you can do.
It's
like, honestly.
Dude, we're talking about 15, 16, 17-year-old women. You're gonna tell me that you were stable, that you were emotionally stable back then, because I fuck wasn't.
But no one is. But when it comes down to, like, also, like, when it comes down to that, it has the same fucking thing to do is like teenagers this year, that, like, not this year, but like this generation, they're so exposed to shit, so much shit, so early on that it's not fucking normal.
Yeah,
like, it's not.
Yeah.
They don't know what reality is in that sense.
I fucking... Here's the thing that I hate the most, is that they combine emotions and sex to one another. Is that the bitch that got choked in that movie falls in love with the guy. That's fucking wrong. Because
are people doing this on TikTok? Is like that's what you're
oh
trying
yeah,
to get to?
yeah, it's like a shower scene, and he chokes her out. Or she wants to walk away from him, but he grabs her by the neck very violently and turns her towards him. True, that scene is very fucking sexy with a
If
man
you're
that
an adult,
yeah,
if in a fucking
no.
consented,
Even if you're 15, 16, 17 years old, I don't give a shit. But if it happens with a man that respects you, with a man that didn't
that's what I was
kidnap
going to
you,
get to.
with a man that fucking loves you,
With a man that
that's
didn't
when it's
kidnap you
fucking
for a
hot.
year.
Yeah. It's like, you know, don't put the dick next to romance. The dick has nothing to do with romance. It doesn't. It's there to fill your face up.
Yeah. Well, let's rail this in a little bit. So we touched a bit on the Twitch, also the Pornhub. Like people are putting pressure on Pornhub at the moment because of the videos.
Yeah.
Also, TikTok romanticizing, kidnapping, rape, essentially.
Yeah, good to do in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, this internet world we're living in at the moment, how it affects like everything. So I want to touch on cancel culture because we're experiencing at the moment with Shane Dawson.
Yeah.
And
why do you keep saying Shane Dawson? It's like more than that, right?
Yeah, no, but
Isn't it like Jeffree
but Shane
Star as
Dawson is
well?
the one getting hanged out to be dried at the moment.
Yeah,
like
true,
no one
I
cares
guess.
about Jeffrey at the same time. Like no one gives a shit about Jeffrey.
He's like in
Everyone is
hiding
exposing
somewhat.
Shane.
Do you know why? Because Jeffree Star sells a product that people want to buy.
No, I think it's because Jeffree Star kept his mouth shut and Shane Dawson posted something.
Shane Dawson gave them a reaction and tried to not justify, but like give an excuse. And but I don't know. There's so much. The thing is, like Okay, so let's go back for people that don't understand. So let's just quickly touch on the subject with Shane because, I think the cancel culture in general is a much bigger conversation than just Shane in particular.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So quickly, last year, James Charles was getting too famous. He was getting too fucking hot for himself in a sense. He was.
Who's James Charles?
James Charles is another YouTuber.
You're talking to a dum-dum like me that doesn't know anything about this
James
shit.
Charles was at the time a 19-year-old YouTuber that does makeup. He blew up when he was 17. He got published in CoverGirl for doing makeup and whatever. And he started rising to fame, and people loved him and whatever. And the whole circus started because James was always a person like he was very arrogant. Mm-hmm. He had this other friend that was called Tati, who's also another beauty YouTuber. And James was friends within the community with everyone else, because that's what everyone's his friends and everyone chit chats, blah blah blah.
Well, they're friends.
Yeah. No, Tati is more like she's been a mother figure to James Charles.
For James.
Yeah.
But he was also friends with Jeffrey, and then obviously became friends with Shane when they did the first series of Jeffrey. But anyway, so last year Tati posted a video exposing James Charles, and it all came down to basically some fucking vitamins. And if you want to get in depth with it, like there's so much to look up on YouTube if you really want to fucking get into the nitty gritty. Yeah. There's so much to cover. Yeah. But anyway, so Tati last year did a video exposing him, telling that he's doing some bad behaviors, and basically her excuse was to like try to calm him down, like make sure that he gets off his high horse.
Can I touch on that for a second? There was this discussion, and Alex, like if you don't know anything, like you should definitely listen to this. There was a discussion that James Charles was hitting on heterosexuals.
Yeah, I think I heard about this.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. From a bisexual fucking guy, trust me, if you think that the gay community works by not hitting on heterosexuals, you are dead fucking wrong. It is the most common fucking thing. I don't know why James Charles got called out for that. I don't understand. Because
he was doing it so
guy
obnoxiously.
I know Well, every gay guy I know does it obnoxiously.
You know what?
I
I'll
used
tell
to
you something.
frequent.
But not all of them have the platform that he had. What did he have at
True.
the time? 16 million fucking followers on YouTube?
It doesn't matter.
Subscribers?
I'll tell you something. As a straight guy that's perfectly happy being straight, when a gay guy hits on you, you're kind of like, no, thank you, but like, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's nice to
it's
be
a
recognized because
compliment.
women
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that. No woman.
No,
I'm
they
not
don't.
fucking Mr. Brad Pitt, you know. So no woman's ever
Yeah.
walked up to me and be like, "Oh yeah, like giving me a compliment like that." It's like, ah, thank you.
Well,
I mean,
it's
I'm not
always
interested.
a compliment.
But
Sometimes
thank
they'll
you.
walk up to you and blatantly say, like, well, I wouldn't mind sucking your dick for a few minutes.
Yeah, and you're like, you know what?
and
No,
you'd be
thank
like,
you, but
you know what?
thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, it lifts your
But
spirits more than any woman
It's
will.
like, just for people to understand that it's a very common thing, and it's just a curiosity of, oh, would he be interesting? It's like this exciting thing. The thing is,
but let's get back to it because
yeah, all right.
So Tati posted a video, and then Jeffrey, who is also a gay man that has in the past, like on camera, on tweets, everywhere, hit on fucking straight guys. Like he at the moment he tweeted something like, "I wonder how big Justin Bieber's dick is," when he was like 15.
Well, don't we all?
And no one says anything. But Jeffrey jumped in and started accusing him of being a predator, a danger to society. And was like, I'm going to expose you. I'm going to come out with all my receipts. We have people coming on camera, exposing you, what you did to them, blah, 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 blah. And then nothing happened. Because James, when the initial thing occurred, he posted a really bad apology video. We have all seen the bad apology videos on YouTube. Like, half crying, no makeup, just sitting there like, oh,
you want to see bad apology videos?
Shut the fuck
Go
up.
to Trisha Paytas' channel.
Hey, dogs don't have brains, all right?
But okay, but then afterwards, like a few days pass by. James Charles is getting hung out to fucking getting shot. Like he's losing subscribers left and right. People are fucking burning his palettes, fucking watching streams on YouTube of his like subscriber count just like dropping and dropping and dropping.
There were literal live accounts of that.
Yeah. Like lynching on a new level. But then he came out with a new like a video, like basically saying, no, this is bullshit. And he put out all the receipts and said,
do you mean transcripts? Because a receipt is what you get when you buy something.
But you call it receipt. Like, for example, showing
like
up text messages, DMs. Like, this is actually what happened.
Wow, what the fuck? That is not a receipt, people.
But they call it receipts. Like, proving what they did is actually legitimate. Or not legitimate. Or shit like that. So it's called receipts. Sorry for not clarifying that, you fucking
you
dumbass.
gotta talk to people like they're people like me that are not interested in this shit.
Okay. Well, receipts is when you show like the DMs, messages, like all the proof you have. It's called receipts in this world.
Exactly. Okay.
A few days after Tati posted a video and Jeffrey attacking him on Twitter, James Charles came out with a video basically showing everything like what they're saying are lies, because there was a particular incident with a server, like a servant boy in a restaurant that he said, like, alleged that he had been kidnapped in a hotel room, and he's like, no, this is what happened, and explained everything. So then everyone was waiting to see what Jeffrey was going to say, because on his Snapchat, he was going on a rant that, James just uploaded a video of calculated moves. I'm actually going to show you what really happened. And then he posts his videos and he basically cops out and says, I am not going to take part of this anymore. I'm just going to leave it at that. It is my fault that I let my behavior get like to the point where I wanted to. He basically just backed off and said, I'm not going to show anything.
Yeah.
So that happened in May of 2019. And everyone thought, like, that's weird. What the fuck happened? Like, whoa. But everyone kind of left it. James Charles went back. Like, he rose up in subscribers again. He really didn't get the views that he used to back in the day, but he still, like, got some of his following back
fair share,
and doing his shit. And then we had the whole the whole Shane and Jeffrey palette that they came out and that we covered in an earlier episode, if you want to go and listen to that.
Yes.
But in the trailer of this series, Shane teased a bit of the whole drama because they were actually recording the documentary that they did while the drama happened. So he teased it like, oh, I'm going to show what happened behind the scenes, basically. But he never did. No. And people got angry, and he's like, I don't want to post it because it doesn't seem relevant. But people were like, but you enticed us to like make us excited to watch this, but then you decide to not do it.
Because
and then he did put it.
Yeah. For people not familiar with the beauty community, is that it thrives off of like small dramas and that guy said this and blah, 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 blah. It's like a part of the show, I guess you would say.
It is. Do you know what it is? It's reality TV, but on YouTube.
Yeah,
it's
trash.
It's all manufactured and it's all bullshit. And that's why when she watches it, why do you watch this shit? You're giving them money for bullshit.
A correction on that part, because it's not all the beauty community. It's a very small part of the big top dogs that do it. Like the beauty community on YouTube is so large, and none of the other guys do it. It usually only involves drama when it comes to James Charles, Jeffree Star, and like usually those two, to be honest with you. And then obviously other people get dragged into it. Like Manny, Laura Lee, these are other YouTubers I'm mentioning within the community. They got dragged in because why? They were friends with Jeffree, and they decided to up their arms against Jeffree, and then they got.
This just sounds like Jersey Shore on YouTube, but with fucking people that do makeup.
Basically.
Well, it is. It is somewhat, but the thing is, you know, if you look at the timeline of when these dramas, quote unquote, happen, it's usually when there's something big about to happen. For example, with Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, there was this huge drama around James Charles. And basically, it was to get rid of the competition, somebody could say.
Yeah, but also another thing with Jeffree Star, he is known to cause drama or stir up shit just before he has a launch of a new makeup product, just because that gets people looking at him, paying attention to him, and then buying shit.
Any talk is good talk. Like any press is good press.
When Tati came out with her video, I don't usually comment on YouTube. I rarely do this, and I'm talking about maybe once a year.
You're talking about the one back in May 19?
No. I'm talking about this one that she posted now.
Okay, but can we wait? Can you wait with that until we get to there?
No,
I'd love to hear
I won't tell anything about the video itself. I just want to talk about the comment that I posted.
All right, Boomer, let us know about your comment.
One fucking line, and I was just like, the people that believe you get rich by not walking over a few corpses, and then I posted 3 clowns behind that and fucking posted that. Because that's what it is. You have to be this, like, if you think you're gonna get a lot of money by being a good person, you're not. Ever.
Nope. There's a reason why they're all narcissistic pricks.
By being nice, because we don't live in a society that allows that.
Oh, to make money, you have to take advantage of people. That's how it works.
Yeah,
someone has money, you want money, so you take advantage of them to get money.
That's why I would love for our podcast to stay as free as fucking possible. No fucking... If we end up making money, I want to make money with our fucking listeners, because I know that they would trust us with their money and blah, 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 down the line. Like, way, way, way down the line. Other than that, I'm not interested in, like, you have to sell yourself to something. And, like, Jeffree Star is he's a genius when it comes to that. I'm sorry to say.
When it comes to marketing, he is, because he knows exactly what to say and what to do when it comes to it. Because he's been doing it forever. So fair enough.
More importantly, he's smart enough to have people around him that probably tell him, who are very smart and know what to do. He probably doesn't do it all himself, I bet.
No, probably.
No.
He has some genius behind him that says, like the Kardashians, you know, do this, do that, say this, and boom, you're sweet.
That gets views.
Yeah.
Like, and so Shane released his docuseries. They released their makeup palette, but people were obviously pissed that he didn't really talk about the drama and what happened behind the scenes. Eventually he did put it in, but he kind of glossed it over. And people were always curious, like, did Shane actually have anything to do with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't even know where this whole thing started. Like now in present day, why this got brought up again. Why did it get brought up again?
Because he got in shade with the whole Black Lives Matter movement that's going on in America now. He got shade for using blackface and racist humor in his former videos.
And that was from a video from like 10 years ago or something,
6 years. No, 6 years ago.
Still, but like not like current.
Back in the day, he used to say like, "Oh, it was just like for the joke that I did that," and now he's saying like, you know what? I looking back at it, I agree it wasn't in the right taste. I'm fine with it, to be honest.
Well, at the same time, you can't really speak and say that it's okay because you're not the one getting hurt.
I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm saying that I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like it's not your apology to accept.
No.
But that's what I'm saying.
No,
okay,
but anyway,
my point is, it shouldn't have to be an apology. It happened 6 years ago. Why is it a problem now?
But this is where cancel culture comes in. So anyway, Shane got brought up again, and like, oh, you did all this fucked up shit back in the day. You used blackface, you talked derogatory, you used the N-word, you did this, you did that, and then people started bringing up again the whole by sister scandals, which is what happened with James Charles back in May 19. Yeah. Like, oh, did you, were you behind the scenes pulling the strings? And he put out a statement, like, I didn't have anything to do with this. I fucked the beauty community. Like, I don't want to take part of this. I didn't do anything, basically. And that pissed people off a lot in the community, especially because he put out a makeup palette. He never did really anything. He said that he was going to do makeup tutorials. He started a new YouTube channel. He never did anything. And then all of a sudden, when he gets into a little bit of hot water, he's like, no, fuck it. I'm not part of this community anymore. Bye. And that pissed people really off. So that people started digging up more shit and just started digging and digging and digging. Yeah. And like pulling out videos of him being super inappropriate with underage kids. Jerking off to a poster of Willow Smith. Which pissed off the Smith family, which brought in even more mainstream media to pay attention to what is going on, which made him fucking drag on. And then on Tuesday, fucking Tati posted another video basically saying that Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star manipulated her to making that video in the first place.
Fuck that bitch. I mean, honestly, when I got to know her, I thought she was a very genuine person.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's why everyone believed her. When she posted her first video about James Charles, everyone believed her because she's always been a genuine person that stays away from drama, doesn't do anything. Everyone believed her. But then people started like, what the fuck? This doesn't add up.
Yeah. I watched a 40 fucking minute video. 40 minutes of my life.
Dude, you should have just masturbated with sandpaper for 40 minutes. Would have been more enjoyable.
Look, dude, I heard her mention her charity, which, by the way, she gets a portion of, twice in that video. All her crying was as insincere as it could possibly get. Her fear for her life is fucking exaggerated because I don't think Jeffree Star would fucking kill.
But we don't know that. We don't know what Jeffree could do.
Oh, come on.
She's not. He's not Hillary Clinton.
She's not that fucking big of a threat.
I'm not excusing Tati. Do I think she was afraid for her life? Yes. But is it justifiable? Who the fuck knows? Because we don't know. I'm not condemning either Jeffree or saying that like Tati is in the right for doing anything. At the end of the day, she posted the video. She was a fucking mother figure to James Charles. And even if fucking people are talking to you saying, oh, he did this, he did that, you fucking posted it. You fucking decided to record that video, a 40-minute video. This first one was also 40-something minutes. And fucking recorded and posted online. Because to make James Charles put down his phone because he was getting too arrogant for like a 19-year-old. Like, are you kidding me? Let him fucking be.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, I think the whole Tati thing was shameful, to say the least. I mean, the way she acted in the last video she posted showed me that she was a very insincere person. What I got from the whole video is like, oh, look, because of what I said in the past, I had to stay away from YouTube for a couple of months. Now my funds are sort of dwindling. I can't maintain my lifestyle. So here's a new video to create some fucking more drama on top of everything that's already created. I mean, on top of what was it? Beautygeddon or Karmageddon or what was it called? What was it called? Yeah.
You have
Exactly.
Dramageddon 1, which was with
Dramageddon.
Laura
Yeah.
Ree, Manu M.A., Gabriel Samora, and Jeffree Star. Dramageddon 2 is the Bi Sisters scandal. This is
Yeah.
Dramageddon 3 currently happening, but
Yeah.
they're also calling it Karmageddon because it's karma coming back and biting Jeffree and Shane in the ass.
Yeah. So the whole 40-minute video, I was just moaning and like, oh God, like turning my eyes up. I couldn't watch it with a straight face. It was very insincere.
The thing is, like,
That's
I
all
watched
can say.
it and I
I'm
believed.
not a supporter. Like, if Shane and Jeffree did something wrong, then fucking fine. They should own up to it. Like, I'm fine with that. If somebody did something wrong, fucking own up to it and be done with it.
Yeah, but what
like-
did they do wrong at the end of the day? They presented fact that they thought were fucking legitimate to
Yeah.
her. She's still the one
Yeah.
that decided to fucking post it. And she's the oldest one
Yeah.
out of, like, and this is not age shaming because I know a lot of people are doing it at the moment. It's
Oh, yeah.
not age shaming her. She's still the oldest out of the fucking 4 people that are involved in it. She's the oldest one. And
Yeah.
she's married to a guy that knows his shit, that's worked within the movie and music
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah.
He knows. Like,
And
I'm
this is
sorry.
exactly why I think that this is more of about a plea for money to get her YouTube channel working again, because she missed out for months on end on money, than it has anything to do with James Charles, Jeffree Star, or Shane Dawson at the end of the day.
But okay, let's just wrap this little shit because, like, the shit, like, it's constant. Like, stuff is coming out every fucking day about this. Like, we're still in the midst of it, so we don't really know the outcome. Jeffree still hasn't said a fucking word. Shane tried to, but, like, Shane just fucking don't say anything. Just stay the fuck quiet.
Shane, actually, I watched the Shane video. It's 20 minutes and 11 seconds long, something like that.
But did you see his live reaction to Tati's video?
No. I
Yeah,
haven't.
he was stupid enough and went on live on Instagram reacting to the video, which put him in fucking more
Stupid
hot
enough.
water
I mean,
because he's
it's
fucking
an honest,
upset.
It's an honest reaction, and what you see is
Of course
the
it is, but
reactions
when
of a-
you're
of a
getting
person
fucking
that
hung
gets
out to
confronted-
dry by the whole fucking community and every other fucking social media platform out there, because it's not just fucking YouTube and the beauty drama of the beauty community that is hanging out, it's every fucking one is talking about this
but
at the moment.
Look, if you're gonna give a live reaction to something, then what you see is the first anger. You don't act the same way you do when you get angry at Alex first, as, let's say, like 30 minutes to
Yeah,
an
but
hour
at the
later.
same time,
It's
like,
gonna
you
calm
have so
down.
many fucking people keeping their eyes on you. Why would you be stupid enough to fucking do anything? Whatever. This is still happening. We don't know the fucking end of it. I want to touch about cancel culture in general, in our opinions and what the fuck is happening, and why we fucking have this community, like, this fucking sense that everyone is a fucking warrior. We have to fucking cancel everyone that has ever done a fucking single mistake in their life, because I'm fucking getting tired of it.
You know what I want to do? I'm going to say something finally.
Yes.
Because now I know something.
Say it as Alfred, man.
You know how, like, we ran out of toilet paper during COVID?
Mm-hmm.
I would run out of bleach if I could get every single one of these cancel culture motherfuckers to drink a fucking liter of bleach. Like, fuck them. We don't need these people. Oh, they said a bad word. Oh, what are we going to do? Make them get fucking depressed and take away their livelihood, as if that's going to teach them a lesson. No, you're just going to fucking, like, lead someone to depression and fucking make them kill themselves. Like, fuck off. Or we're going to drag up shit from 10 years ago like I'm some fucking saint that has never said a bad word in my life.
Yeah.
Like, go
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Go drink a liter of bleach and die.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Like, in my
Damn,
opinion,
I've said my piece. Goodbye, people.
but
I'm
think
done.
about- yeah.
in my opinion, cancel culture was born in a sense of a good. The cause was good to.
No, it
admit-
wasn't.
No, but
It's this
listen,
holier than thou
listen.
cunts. I think they're better than everyone else.
But to start with, like, I'm talking about the beginnings of cancel culture, because the cancel culture started coming with in the direction of the Me Too movement.
No, it was even before then.
Yeah, but that's when it really started getting some traction and actually doing stuff. So obviously you have people like that have been abused by really big people.
Yeah.
And obviously that's when the cancel culture started. Like that's when we really started seeing it. And it, like, there are important persons that we need to cancel. For example, fucking R. Kelly. R. Kelly has on video done some horrendous things. He's been proven to fucking, I don't know if it's...
Stop.
Yeah.
He brought us that wonderful Chappelle Show skit. So...
But still, at the end of the day, like, he's done horrible things to multiple
he's
women.
Horrible. He's a fucking
and,
dick.
like, we shouldn't support his thing. Like, at the end... But also, at the end of the day, it's your fucking choice as an individual to decide if you want to support an artist or anyone for that matter. It's your we can't tell you. And that's the thing. That's the problem with like cancel culture now. That now we're hanging out people that don't support what we support.
Yeah, no, it's I don't like that. I don't like you, so fuck you. I'm gonna ruin the rest of your life.
In my opinion, cancel culture originated from something trying to do positive, in the sense. But now it's morphed into a monstrosity that, like, it's fucking ridiculous.
I want to stop you right there. Cancel culture has never been positive.
No.
On what planet and on what mentality is, I don't like this, so it should go away, positive? That is what literally the Nazis did. I don't like Jews and gypsies and black people and people with disabilities, so let's just kill them and get rid of them.
Remember
what
when
they did.
Chris Brown hit Rihanna? If you have to choose between Chris Brown and music, and Rihanna, then you pick Rihanna because she's a queen.
And musically, I would choose Chris Brown every day of the week. Rihanna makes horrible music. Absolutely horrible trash.
I'm not even gonna get into this.
Garbage.
I'm just gonna say that cancel culture is basically people having their voices heard, because what the fuck else are you gonna do?
The most vocal minority having their voices heard.
You're a listener to his music and you don't agree with somebody's behavior. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna tell that person, like, hey, I don't condone this behavior?
Yeah, but there's a limit on I don't condone it and take away their livelihood and destroy the rest of their life.
Okay, but the problem is that with Rihanna and fucking and Chris Brown, it was necessary because it's a violent action. This is a bunch of people that do a he said she said thing. This is bullshit. It's not worth canceling for.
No, I know, but also, like, obviously with, I don't know, for example, the R. Kelly case again. Like, we have the evidence that R. Kelly has done all these horrible things. We know that it has happened.
That's why there's a legal system.
Yeah, but that's where there's a legal system.
It's flawed,
but we're talking about you as an individual. How can you make your voice heard? You stop supporting this person. And that doesn't mean that, like, there's still going to be people that listen to him. And we can't fucking help it. But that doesn't mean that you have to fucking send death threats to him and fucking do this and all of that. But anyway, for example, with another big music person, in my opinion, Michael Jackson. Like, last year when the documentary came out, or a mockumentary I would call it, because I don't call it a documentary. Like, the evidence is not there. And he's been dead for 10 years.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
But still, he's been dead for 10 years. How much shit did that fucking Elvis do?
Yeah, but it's
do we drag up Elvis?
People.
No, but I was about to make the point on this whole cancel culture. Like, when I am happy to distinguish an art from the artist.
Yeah, but that's also, like, that's a questionable thing when it comes to people in general. Like, where do you draw the line? Where do you separate the artist from the person? No,
look, I agree with you. For example, there's probably they haven't come out and been exposed, but there's plenty of bands I'm sure that I like old rock bands, right?
Rock bands
that back in the fucking day, you want to tell me weren't banging underage girls and you know what? I don't give a shit. I'll listen to their music. I like their music. I don't have to like them as a person. I like the music that they made.
The thing is, and this is the main fucking thing, a rock band isn't gonna portray themselves to be nice and good people.
No, that's true.
They live on the fucking rock and roll lifestyle, which is sex, drugs, rock and roll. It's basically all they talk about. So it's normal.
That's true.
In that sense. The problem is when you're pretending to be a good person and, oh, I support this charity and look at me, how fucking good I am and my products are amazing and everybody should buy them. And then it comes out that in reality, you're actually a piece of trash human being. And then I say, right, that fucker lied to me because he didn't pretend to be raw. He didn't say he was rock and roll while he was living that lifestyle. He said he was a good boy from a Christian fucking household while he was doing fucking 3 people in a row right up the butt while blowing coke off their backs. That was he was really like. And that's the problem. Alex and Ali, separately, I want to hear you say this. Do you think you're a good person?
I'll go first, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do I say inappropriate things? Of course.
Have you been shitty in your life? Like, genuinely
Everyone
fucking
has.
shitty?
Of
But there's
course,
a
I'm
difference
fucking...
between a
Wait,
fucking...
hey, let me answer. Of course, I'm fucking almost 29 years old. You think in 29 fucking years I've never done or said something that was probably not right?
Yeah.
Same as every other 29-year-old on this planet. No one fucking is fucking farting rainbows.
People just need to stop believing
You have to be
in
perfect.
the fucking dreamland that is Hollywood, because none of it's real. LA is a dream place
Just look
for
at
people
Epstein.
to fucking float.
This is no a conspiracy. That dude was linked to almost every powerful person in fucking Hollywood and every queen, every monarch in the entire world, every powerful politician, including all the people in Hollywood and all the people who made the
and
big
everybody
films.
who believes he killed himself, 3 clowns emojis for you.
Exactly.
I just
Hillary,
wanna
the
say
Clintons
something.
took that motherfucker out big time.
I just want to say something funny because I just wanted to do this episode to have some more back catalog, and it was like, let's do a short little cheeky shit about cancel culture. what are we fucking more than an hour?
I told you it wouldn't be short.
No, but that's the thing. It's so much. It's so bigger
deep,
than
and
just
like
canceling.
when it comes to every person we've mentioned, we could deep dive so fucking deep.
Oh fuck
But I just want to say, like, I think, for example, like the cancel culture that we're seeing. For some reason, I think the cancel culture that we're seeing on YouTube, especially, like, it goes to another fucking level of, because YouTubers are more a regular person than actual celebrities in a sense.
Yeah.
And I must legitimately say that, like, Shane may have done some fucked up shit. And obviously,
Probably.
I've watched Shane Dawson for years, like from when he started.
I love
and
him.
talking to my sister, like, we would watch those videos as kids, like shit that is being brought up now. Like, I remember watching those videos and not realizing how fucked up it actually is.
Yeah, true.
But, like, I must say, I am genuinely afraid that Shane Dawson's gonna commit suicide because of it. Because, like, the way they're hanging him out at the moment.
Yeah.
It's so fucking horrible.
He still has Ryland. If he was alone, he'd probably be sitting with a rope in his hand right now, but he still has Ryland. I'd like to think that Ryland might be the sane side of Shane Dawson.
Yeah.
I hope.
No, I wouldn't put that in stone.
I just want to add something. These people that participate in cancel culture, to me, like, you are the problem.
Yeah.
Why can't, look, this guy did a video 6, 7, 8 years ago. You know, do you have some cerebral function that realizes, you know what, that is a different time right now. And at the minute, for context, everyone is emotionally charged because of Black Lives Matter movement, because of what happened to George Floyd, right? So now all of a sudden, everything gets blown out of proportion. If you can't handle that someone has a different viewpoint or made a joke that you don't like, and you think it's okay to destroy their life, you are the fucking problem, not the person that made a joke. You agree, comedy has no bounds. You can joke about what, as far as I'm concerned, you can joke about whatever the fuck you want. You can joke about kids, the Holocaust, fucking racism. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
The context is what matters. It was a joke, and it happened years ago. And you, the people participating in cancel culture, you are the fucking problem. You are the problem. You were going to end someone's life eventually.
Yes.
From suicide.
Yeah.
You are the
I
fucking problem.
completely
You are a
agree.
horrible human being.
Yeah, but what I also want to say, like, if people are that fucking worried that everything that Shane did, like, yeah, blackface, like, it's fucked up, but he's apologized for it. At the same time, like, it's not up to the white community to accept that apology. But anyway, for example, what people are really, like, what they're hanging out for now is pedophilia. Like, they're saying that he's if you're that fucking worried about it, instead of fucking posting a fucking comment on YouTube or sending Shane a direct message like, you should go kill yourself, you're a horrible fucking human being. If you're that fucking worried about it, try to find, like, start an investigation. If you're not pressed about it, and if it's not, like, if you genuinely think that, like, a crime has happened, start an investigation, and then you can put it through the fucking legal system. And if you don't want to support him, don't fucking support him. But why do you have to get out of your way to tell him to fucking go kill himself? That's what I don't fucking get.
Can I say something very extremely controversial?
Why would we stop you now, Andy?
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time on the show, I guess. But I think pedophilia happens 90% more than what people think happens.
Yeah.
Whether you like to hear that or not. I mean, I know America is all about the dream of not having any fucking problem. But the fact
Not right now.
that a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old fuck months on ends like fucking dogs in heat isn't a weird fucking thing. It is illegal, yes, and I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying, hey, I'm saying if you're not 18, fuck who you want. I don't give a shit. Like, you fuck everybody under 18, and I don't give a shit. If you're above 18, then you fuck everybody above 18, and it shouldn't be a problem. The reality is, from what I've seen in my life, I'm 32 years old, pedophilia, in the legal sense of the word, like illegal sex with a minor, even if it's a girl of 17.11 months, happens so fucking much.
Yeah,
but
we're talking
believe
more
it.
like the actual, like the more graphic pedophilia, like when we're talking about an adult.
I don't think Shane is capable of that.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. Shane, I don't think Shane actually has done
Do
anything.
you know the worst part about this? The people probably accusing him of pedophilia are the same dudes or women that look at like a 15 or a 16-year-old person, like a high school girl or a high school boy, and go and have a little peek. We've all fucking done it. Everyone has. Don't put yourself on a fucking pedestal and pretend that you're like Mr. Shit's rainbows and is fucking perfect.
Yeah, but people are having problem with Shane, for example, he's like saying, like, in a podcast that came out, obviously was taking out of context the video that is circulating, that he said a 5-year-old was sexy. He said it as a joke. People are fucking blowing it up. Also,
like I said,
he laughed
context.
he also laughed at us, like a 4-month-old baby getting fucked to death by an adult man. Like, he laughed at that, which is
Jesus, I wouldn't laugh at that.
Yeah, it's a bit morbid.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's why people are having problems with it. But
It's
that's
even
what I
dark for
mean.
me.
It's like, we're not talking about, like, a 19-year-old fucking a 17-year-old. Like, we're not talking that sort of, because that is still pedophilia in the sense when it comes down to it. It's still illegal. We're talking about actual pedophilia, because pedophilia is any attraction to minors that haven't gone through puberty. So anyone that is under the age of usually 12.
Yeah.
And that is the thing people are having a problem with. We're not talking about pubescent teens. We're talking about people that are under the age of like 12. And that's what people are having a problem. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think Shane has touched a kid, done anything. If people have concerns about it or the way he spoke about it, fucking launch an investigation. Don't tell the guy to go fuck himself and hang out to dry. Bring all the shit that you have and use it against him in the fucking proper manner. Like, if you really want to hurt him, do it that way, not just fucking saying words.
Here's the thing, though. Some people believe that Ted Bundy was a good guy as well. So I'm not the one to talk about good versus bad.
Dude,
and shit
people
like that.
still think Hitler wasn't that bad.
Yeah, well,
Or
true.
like Joseph Stalin.
But like,
you're like,
I genuinely think that from what I've seen of Shane, and I'm not talking about the Shane that we've seen on YouTube, I'm talking the Shane that I've seen in live videos and shit like that, is that doesn't seem like a person able to harm somebody else.
I don't think so either, but that's the thing. Like,
I think Shane is more likely to hurt himself first before he hurts anybody else, let alone fuck a 5-year-old kid or an 11-year-old kid. Like, I don't think that's the case.
I don't think. Like, the thing is, like, it's come out that obviously Shane was sexually abused as a minor.
yes, fucking, like, why is that relevant? This is a man's
no, but I'm talking because
information.
It's relevant because
no, but I mean to the public. Why did the people on his YouTube comments need to know that he was sexually abused?
No, but I'm not saying. But I'm saying that this is information that's come out, and in the context that usually people that have gone through a trauma like that will use it as comedic stuff to be able to deal with it. Yeah. In a sense.
Yeah.
And I think
I was gonna say that when you started that line, it's like coming from, I told in the couple of episodes ago what happened in my life, and from 12 to 16 I was sexually abused. The thing is, I have a very dark sense of humor. Like, I can laugh at death and shit like that. Most, like, normal people won't, they just, it's hard for them. It's a defense mechanism. It's a shield. I'm not talking good about Shane for any of this. Like, I'm staying neutral as fuck. I'm just saying from the perspective of somebody that had this happen in his life, you do grow a very dark sense of humor to cope with shit, because that's what your fucking brain does.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is like, that's also a thing I think people need to take in in consideration when they're canceling him, like with all the shit. Like, yeah, it was a different time, and I know people that they have the same type of humor that Shane does, that in my personal life, but the difference is obviously they went on fucking camera and posting it to millions of people, and back then it was seen as more okay.
Wait, you mean me?
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
But we also have to think that it was maybe his way of coping with whatever happened. It doesn't mean that, like, if he maybe did something, it doesn't justify it at all. I'm not fucking saying it. And as you say, like, I'm saying neutral in this as well. Like, yeah, I was a Shane Dawson fan for whatever, like, all the shit he did, like, all his past, like, his life. I used to support him. And
I'm gonna still watch his videos.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, unless someone comes out with relatively proof.
That's a great point. How many subscribers does he have, like, right now?
Oh, he's...
Ish. 10 million, 20?
He was at 20-something
like
when he started, like, the whole thing
started.
So
he has 20 million subscribers, and it took until now. He's been on YouTube for, like, 12 years or something, right? It took until now for people to notice that he may have made some inappropriate comments.
Yeah.
And now those same people are being pissed off with him. So are you an enabler? Because you, at the end of the day, watched his fucking videos and subscribed to him.
I'm going to tell you exactly why. You know why?
Because it's a trend.
Because YouTube is a toxic fucking place.
Okay.
And it's a trend.
I think we need to start wrapping this up, because we're like, we can maybe do another deep dive further down the line about this whole thing, because obviously, like, it's a constant evolving thing. I want to say, put out another sad thing that happened this past week. Jenna Marbles quitting YouTube because of cancel culture, or afraid of cancel culture, or holding herself accountable for shit she did past. Like that's the point we're getting to, where a person that is putting out so much good into the community that she had, because she was very loved and has been loved for many years, she decided to end her career basically for a few videos that she did 10 years ago, which is like at the end of the day, we're not going to have anyone fucking posting anything. if we fucking keep going the way we're going and not fucking holding people accountable for the shit that they post on social media as a viewer and attacking people for no fucking reason. I don't know. I'm fucking pissed. I'm pissed. I hate this fucking shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jenna Marbles comes out with a new video.
I don't think so. I think Jenna will not post anymore.
I don't know.
Not on her Jenna Marbles channel. She might post somewhere else.
If she comes back, I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit, Ali. That's as simple as it's gonna go.
What?
If she comes back with a video, I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit.
Yeah, you do that. Well, let's wrap this bitch up because
this audio clip.
It's been a heavy topic. It is
one closing thing.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you the definition of fascism. It's a form of authoritarian, generally ultra-nationalist, characterized by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition, and strong regimentation of society. So if you're part of cancel culture, which you're apparently anti-fascist, and you are basically a fascist. You were literally authoritarian. You were dictating to people what they can say and do, and you were trying to force suppression on them, and you were trying to regiment and segregate society.
And
you are a fascist. So go fuck yourself.
When you do a Batman, is when you shine.
No.
While you're doing it from behind, you shine a flashlight at the ceiling. And when she looks up at the flashlight, you shove it in the Batcave.
These people piss me off. Put yourself on a pedestal and pretend you're better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Go drink some bleach.
Yeah. But cancel culture, in our opinion,
to
wrap this whole thing up,
that.
in our opinion, cancel culture is bad. There we go. This has been this week's episode of the At Random podcast. Sorry.
Didn't even shout out our socials or anything.
I'm not fucking done yet.
I was gonna say,
I'm still fucking going. Can you shut the fuck up, both of you?
We got our first live listener on the Discord server. Fucking shout her out, why don't you? Yeah, I'm talking to you.
She's like Jewel live. She's in real life and on Discord.
She's in the Chuckle Hut.
Yeah.
Chuckle Hut. Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to come and see us live when we record these episodes, which you usually record on Sundays, today we're doing an extra, well, I thought it was an extra quickie, but apparently no. Come and join us at the Discord. You can find the link to that in the show notes. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, which is @random.podcast. That is at.random.podcast. And on Twitter is @randompod.
Nope.
No.
Wrong. This is why she doesn't do Twitter. It is AT_randompod.
There you go.
Send me all your dank memes, please. The darker, the better. I love them.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Dick pics to Instagram.
Yeah.
Just gotta let that be out.
Let's not that again.
That got out of hand way too fast. All right.
Yeah. Well.
But no. Send me your dick pic. I'll keep on rating them. I made a promise a couple of episodes ago. If you send me your dick, I'll rate them. And if you send us your vag or your bobbing vagin, Ali will rate them.
And if it looks like a beef sandwich, don't send it.
No, every vagina is beautiful.
If you say so. And fuck, was it? Oh yeah, no. If you join the Discord, you might get a bonus because for some reason Ali pulls her tits out like almost every episode, forgetting she's on camera. So it's like an OnlyFans.
Oh, and also
but free.
I don't know if you remember this, but if we get 50 people to watch our live on the Discord channel, I got this amazing thing planned. If we ever get to 50 people, you're gonna have a laugh.
What picture?
Yeah. Nah, I can't.
He has a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a thing. It's a cute little...
Yeah. Thank you.
It'll probably get us cancelled, but whatever.
Fuck this. Thank you. Please don't cancel us. Have a good one.
Fucking cancel us all you want. You
talk to you later, you fascist.
Nobody likes you anyway.
Goodbye.
Fuck off. Yeah. Suck it.